Hey, I'm Chris VSKI with the VSKI Professional Education Team. Today, we're going to demonstrate our postmodern education cutting system. And what that means, we're going to take your already cool haircuts that could leave the salon at any time, but we're going to do one step further, 2 steps further, and 3 steps further. We're going to cut these so they grow out better than anything that they've ever seen before. They're going to come back because they want to come back, not because they have to come back. So we're going to cut from the inside out, the outside in, using our specialty tools. So let's get started.
So Chris is going to show you how you can take your already good haircuts and make them do something that they weren't designed to do. He's going to be using a lot of different techniques from our Create Your Own Haircut cutting format, all techniques created by Chris himself. So this one is always a good one. This one is working in the internal section of the head. And this technique is called directional skimming. It's directional skimming because it's a part of doing a directional channel, but you're moving the hair as you go. So you're skimming with it. This is typically done in little rectangle type sections in this internal area. And you'll notice he just starts cutting and doing that technique, and he gets his hands in there and sees how it feels, how it moves. So just keep applying those techniques until you're ready to let go and move on to the next area. So now we're moving to the section directly on top of that other one. So this is a form of stacking techniques. Now he's just using a directional channel. Now so far he's been using his 14-tooth channeling shear. This is one of his favorites. This one really helps remove a lot of weight. So now he's just taking another section down and just doing another directional channel in the opposite direction as before. You'll notice he's really attacking that weight line right now. That weight line that always happens in any form of stacked bobs or any A-line bobs. Notice how he doesn't section that always out perfectly, but you're going to have these little rectangle pieces that you're working in. And again, continuing to work in that internal section, directing the hair where he wants it to go. See how now it's going forward because he wants that haircut to go forward. Sometimes you have to make haircuts do what you want them to do. You can't just cross your fingers and hope that it does what you want. You have to tell it exactly what you want it to do. Notice how quickly he moves through this haircut. You don't have to take things slow. When you're working in this internal section, you're just moving right along to the next section. Just continue combing and putting your hands in the hair, seeing where it's falling, seeing how it moves. That's really a big part of making that hair do something that it wasn't designed to do. So now he's going to be working in vertical sections in the crown area. still using that 14-tooth channeling shear and doing a directional channeling technique. Now he's let all of that hair down. See how he's just combing it and seeing. You have to watch the hair. So now we're going to start attacking this weight line that lives in the front. He's gotten it pretty good in the back so far. So now let's attack the front. We're going to take that top section of hair and in external cutting, we're going to do what Chris calls double tapping. This could also be known as diagonal tapping. The reason being, he's got his shears placed in the hair in a diagonal angle at the ends. This releases so much weight at the bottom. Now with this technique, he's using the VSKI Professional 30-tooth shear. This is a double-sided blending shear. It has teeth on both sides. Sometimes with your traditional thinning shear, so to speak, it can be really harsh and leave a lot of lines, and then it just makes the hair look over-texturized. So with this shear, it really prevents that from happening. It glides through the hair perfectly. So again, he's just continuing on doing that diagonal tapping method. And now he's taking that fringe area. You know, it's a long fringe, but it definitely has some weight to it. So he took that 30-tooth shear and did a little directional channeling with that. So again, I can't say it enough. You've got to watch this hair move and dance. See how it starts coming to life? We've removed any of those heavy weight areas. That ring around the head. Now this is something that you want to tell your clients that you want to go ahead and get rid of today so that it doesn't grow out into that heavy ring in 3 weeks. Doing techniques like this really make your client come back for a haircut because she wants one, not because she needs one. This is my favorite part, when you start combing that hair back, and seeing how that just falls down so beautifully. Can you just imagine what styling is going to be like for this client now? It's going to be so much easier for her to take care of at home. Look at how those layers are blended perfectly. Now this is what I call a pinch and grab method. He's taking those 30-tooth shears again and just eyeing any heaviness, any heavy weight that appears on the outside. So we're telling this hair right now to just lay down a little bit better. I love using techniques like this because you really can see this thing come to life. Let's remove a little bit more weight at the bottom of that fringe line. So that's again using that diagonal tapping, double tapping method. You mainly want to just use this method on the ends because it just helps soften up any blunt lines you don't want to see. So let's take a closer look at how beautiful this is. So let's take a closer look at this haircut. Chris has gone in and made this haircut do things it wasn't originally designed to do. He took a lot of techniques from his create your own haircut cutting format. And really what that did is removed bulk and weight inside that hair. So now when it grows out, it's going to grow out better than it ever has before. Not only that, this hair is going to move and dance as she walks, and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous every day she styles it.